How do you get through life?
Hold on. I can't do that. There, I got my crayons.
When you walk into a space, your first impression should be one of calm, tasteful placement of everything that I can see. If you're putting all your crap into a basket like this, you can see the crap from the side. So I believe in making sure that you pick the right containers for the right project.
Let's start here. Your gerbil collection basket. Is this really for letters? What would you use this for?
Could be where your ghosts go.
You just have to have control. This is like how most of us are with our diet. If you have a bag of chips that's this big, you'll eat the bag of chips. If the bag gets this big, you'll eat that. If it's this big, you'll keep going. You just need to make sure that you're controlling how much you're putting into these baskets.
My first recommendation, don't get baskets that you can see all the way through. Get baskets that have solid sides but still look nice. But here's the other trick. I would not take a basket like this and just leave it out where people can see down into it. Now, if you have open shelves and there's a niche that perfectly fits this size, great. For example, at our place, Zoe has her hats on every other shelf. It actually looks really nice. But eventually, this is gonna clutter up and it's gonna spill over. So know what you're putting in your baskets and make sure that you declutter often.
This basket is meant for hats, gloves, the kids' swim stuff, but anything that starts to overflow or anything that starts to push the edges, this is not a basket for books or heavier toys.
You say this is a basket for hats?
How's my hair? My hair good?
It's good. Okay.
I'm not a big fan of overly flexible baskets. I want something that's actually a bit more sturdy. This is another example of a basket I don't like, even though it is sturdy. Man, I'm so confusing. Because this basket has all these little sharp edges that are gonna catch everything that you put up against it. So either
But it just looks so nice.
you're putting things in, you cut your hand, or you put a blanket in and pull it out and it pulls the blanket.
Something like this is aesthetically pleasing if it's up on a shelf, you're not seeing inside it, it's more for decor and you're never gonna use it. But this is a good example of showing you the difference between something that physically looks nice and something that looks cheap. I do not like using acrylic containers as decor because it just looks cheap. White plastic, usually it looks cheap, cheap.
Put this inside a cabinet for kids stuff, it can be really great because you can see what you need, but I wouldn't have this out on the shelf where you can see it.
Also, if you do want the ability to stack some stuff away, wait a second.
Sometimes things can be nice and handy. You can have stuff inside, and this is stackable. So you can get multiple, carry it around like it's your fishing kit when you're going fishing, stack it up 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it would tuck away in the closet. This would not be for display on the shelf.
To shelf or not to shelf?
That is a question.
That is the question. How many clients want glass upper cabinets?
I would say 98% don't want it because they're not organized and they think it would be too messy. So I don't mind having glass on my cabinets because we can keep it organized, but there are always those cabinets that you don't want to see. It just day-to-day use.
I would never do glass on all cabinets. If you want your place to look calm and coordinated, you gotta have places to tuck all of this clutter away. So I love solutions that help you get a little bit more out of your space, but it doesn't mean we wanna see that 24/7. If you notice in your cabinets, you stack your plates or you have your glasses, and then there's all this dead space above it before the next shelf. Well, that's where something like this comes in handy. You can put it inside your cabinets. They come in a number of colors.
If you have a blank wall, you can have a floating shelf, which is nice. Up in our attic, we did shelves where we have a beautiful brass detail, and then we have the brass posts, and we have glass. It's a simple solution to give you more function.
If you're a renter, you're not gonna be able to change out cabinets and put in shelves, so find solutions to adapt what you already have there. Many of these solutions are easy weekend projects, but at the same time, don't take on too much so that you're gonna drive yourself crazy and hate the whole process. Just do bite-sized amounts.
All right, let's talk pillows.
Pillow
How many
talk.
pillows do you have on your bed? Be honest.
Well, there's the 2 with shams, there's the 2 we sleep on, and then there's 1 decorative.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we used to have like 12 pillows on the bed. You literally couldn't get on the bed because there were so many pillows. But also, I like the idea of having something that you can put the pillows in when they're not on the bed.
I don't know why you would do it in wire so that you can still see the thing you're storing away. I prefer trunks, chests, anything at the end of the bed where you can put it all in there and then you don't even have to see it.
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, if it's for pillows and you have some really beautiful pillows or throws, it wouldn't bother me as much. But I agree with you. This, to me, is not necessarily my style. That basket here is at least a softer weave, so it's not gonna really catch or pull on your blankets.
Yeah. When we were renovating our parents' house, the original owner of that house had an antique trunk that was beautiful but in really rough shape. Well, the neighbor totally restored it and gave it back to my parents as a gift. That was the perfect place to put throw blankets and pillows because it looks great and you don't see inside.
I think what we need to do is take a 10-second break, pick up your favorite weapon, pillow fight.
In a playroom, you can get away with stuff that is much more inexpensive, but fun and playful and colorful. We have so many baskets, so many bins, and everything is labeled so the kids know exactly where everything goes. What I love about nice big bins for kids as well is kids like to clean like this. Having nice big containers where they can put that stuff is great. If it's something though where it's maybe like a bunch of toy cars and stuff like that, you wouldn't want something like this where they have to dig through to find. You want something that is low, shallow, and wide. Nothing is better though than the big old boxes like this. I'll set up 3 of these bins when we're going through all the kids' stuff, and we'll have one as a yes, one as a no, and the other as a maybe. You'll find very few things go into the no bin because the kids usually want to keep everything. But then over time, as you go through it, more and more stuff can move to the maybe. And if the kids don't think about any of those toys, gonzo. And you know what I like to do? I like to show Parker that I'm a magician because they'll say, oh, we're not using this bin. Ha ha! Gone! It's flat. He thinks I'm the best magician out there. Parker has really low standards. Time to move on to the office. I'm gonna bet that Jonathan and I are not gonna agree on everything for the office. You start. Okay, well, if you have a bunch of papers that you're constantly having to file and stack, this is a solution that some people may find on top of their desk. Have you seen this in the 50s? This is my in folder and this is my out folder. You put your manila envelopes in there, you see, you hear? I actually do like this because in my office, I'm very organized, and so I don't overclutter this. I literally only have a few things on the top, a few things on the bottom, and they're not there all the time. What I don't like about wireframe pieces is you can see all the mess all the time. I would prefer this if it was done in like a nice walnut wood or something like that, because then you're only seeing what's on top, and if that's organized, it all looks good. I only use paper on this. I don't put pens or other things that will fall through and make a mess of this space here. It's just for paper. So for me, a wire letter tray works. Now, if you do want to organize within your office and maybe you don't have an actual file cabinet or enough drawers, you can just grab something like this. It is literally just a file cabinet. It's super inexpensive. Then you don't have to have papers exposed on top of your desk. Same with something like this. If you had a bunch of pens and things like that.
Is that for your Cuban cigar collection?
Exactly.
Something like this is great for arts and craft time for the kids tucked away in a cabinet. Filing cabinet, my one thought is, what are you, from the 1970s? Let's digitize things and don't worry about a file cabinet. If there are paper things that you do need to keep, then something stylish like this will work. Your bone box over there, I don't care for that thing.
You don't like putting pens in there?
No, look at that mess. He's just hiding his mess. Like, okay, I need my blue pen for signing something. Oh, look, I gotta dig. No, it was right here. But I would like to have something low profile that stands up where you can easily see what you want. Your black pen, your blue pen, your highlighter.
Tell us in the comments, by the way, which brother do you side with?
Moving on, I want to go to my jewelry collection.
All right, hey, jewelry time.
All right, here's our best tip for your jewelry. Don't take tips from 2 dudes. Let's move on to the next
No
organization.
idea about jewelry.
Okay. Surprisingly, I actually have a lot of jewelry, men's charms, I like to call them. I have watches, I have rings, I have sunglasses. Also, displaying is important. I like to see what I want to use. I'm not a huge fan of the junk drawer on the bottom of some of these boxes because then it just becomes a mess that's hidden away. But if I can see it, I'll wear it.
I've seen so many clients that have so many necklaces that it's like all wadded on here. You gotta know how much jewelry do you have, what's appropriate for what I'm using. I agree with you that it should be displayed tastefully. Anything that's hanging needs to be hung separate, but also I like having a box where you can tuck it away.
Whether it's suits or whether it's ties or whether it's earrings and necklaces, minimize. You don't need to have 100 different options because you can mix and match with a lot of great outfits that don't take that many pieces. So trim it down a bit.
Comment below if you totally don't agree with Drew about that because he's telling you to have less nice stuff.
I know. I'm the guy who has always had a lot of nice suits and shoes and things like that, and I am starting to pare it down a little bit. We don't need it.
Just be realistic and have the appropriate storage for that. I think nothing is more important than having organization. So inside a drawer, you can also add grids that will allow you to have all of your stuff laid out in there.
Also, some of those mirrors, you can open up and display all of your jewelry pieces. That's kind of cool.
Don't do it. One of the biggest mistakes people make is when things are cluttered and unorganized, they can't find something, they just order another one, and they order another one, and then they find the other thing, and now they've got 3, 4, 5 of the same thing. That is a disaster. Keep yourself organized, almost like an inventory, so you know what you have. When you see something getting low, you just order it, much like a store does.
What keeps you organized? More importantly, I want you to comment to tell us what are the things that promise to keep you organized, but it fails every time.
Spouses.
Comment below what areas of the house you need to organize. Is it the gym? Is it your bathroom? We can give you some more tips.
Is it your magic collection, your ventriloquist dummies, your Star Wars collectibles?
Whatever floats your boat. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to subscribe and we will keep you organized again very soon.